We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We are sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We are seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We are sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We are seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe.
They once dwelled among us, the people of memory. They who knew us, they who taught us, they who hurt us, they who loved us. They touch our lives time and again through their presence and their absence, through familiar scents and favorite songs, through old stories and renewed sorrow. As the earth turns and the leaves fall, we reach back to renew the bond between us. With hearts and hands open, we hold on to love ever stronger than death. We reach back in gratitude and understanding. Without our time together, the pain and the joy, we would never be who we are today. We would have little to pass on ourselves without fear, with thanksgiving, with hope for all that awaits. We remember those who have gone before. We honor the circle of life and death and our place within the sacred thread. Amen and blessed be.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Unitarian Universalist Congregation at White Plains. My name is Tracy Brenneman. I'm the educator for the congregation. My pronouns are she, her. Your worship associates this morning are Emily Economou and Muhammad Lutfi. We gather as a community that believes there is a unity that makes us one. All souls are sacred and worthy. Courageous love transforms the world. Truth continues to be revealed, and you are loved here, now, and always. Those watching on Zoom will find an order of service on our website at CUUCWP.org. For those here in person, if you have not done so already, please silence your phones. If you are new and visiting us this morning, welcome. We invite those online to click the link in the chat and let us know how you'd like to connect. Those here in person, we invite you to stop by the welcome table. Part of being in community is sharing our lives with one another. All are invited to share a joy, sorrow, or milestone in the fireside area. For those on Zoom, please follow the prompts in the chat. Welcome into the warmth of this community and this sacred hour of worship. I invite any young people who would like to join me to light the chalice.
We begin our service in shared ritual. As we light our chalice up front, we invite our young people to light the chalice with us. And for those of you at home, to light your chalice or candle. From words by Pat Uribe-Litchi, our chalice is a reminder that in hard times, our ancestors in faith acted with courage to bring hope and safety, to bring life itself to threatened people. Please join me in reading the words on the screen or in your order of service. We light our chalice today as a reminder of who we are called to be in a world still dangerous and despairing. With courage and faith, we bring ourselves to the work before us.
My name is Katie Zaffron. My pronouns are she, hers, and it's a joy and an honor to be your hymn leader this morning. So please join me in body or in spirit in rising to sing hymn number 18, What Wondrous Love. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this that brings my heart such
Would you like to join me up here for a story? Come on. Hi. How you doing? Hi. Okay. Do you and your families talk about your grandparents, or maybe even your parents' grandparents? Do you talk about them? Sometimes? Or maybe even other family members who lived in the past? Another name for people who lived before us is ancestor. And even though they're no longer with us, their lives are connected to our life. As you listen to the story, I want you to think about the gifts your ancestors, your people who cared for you, have given to you, and like love and stories and wisdom. And think about how you show gratitude for those gifts. In a small village, a young boy named Marlon lived with his family. "Grandfather," Marlon said, "I want to understand something. Why do we honor our ancestors? What do the spirits of our family members who died before have to do with our lives today?" Grandfather smiled and patted the ground next to him. "Come closer, Marlon. That's an important question. Our ancestors are like the roots of a tree. Just like a tree needs strong roots to grow tall, our family must remember those who came before us. When our relatives die, we believe their spirits to continue to watch over us and guide us. We show we care about them by making special offerings," Grandfather explained. "We might leave food, water, or small gifts in special places. We also hold ceremonies where the whole community comes together. During these times, we ask our ancestors for help and wisdom." Marlon thought about his grandfather's words. "Grandfather," he said, "so every time we give thanks to our ancestors, it's like watering the roots of our tree?" Grandfather's eyes lit up. "Exactly, Marlon. Gratitude keeps our roots strong. The stronger our roots, the more we can grow, and the more we have to offer others in return. Remembering the gifts of those who came before us gives us the strength to face the future." Do you see those roots on that tree? Yeah, they're strong and they're anchoring that tree. You see a heart? Oh, I see the heart. I love that. So we can think of the people who came. What a coincidence. We can think about the people who came before us like our roots. They're anchoring us. They're still teaching us. They live in our hearts, and they live in the stories that we tell about them. Who have been some of these roots in your lives? Anybody? Who have been some of these roots in your lives? Yes?
My grandpa.
Your grandpa?
I only have one.
You have one. And what does your grandpa do for you?
He loves playing this game called Cookie Monster where he tries to get me from his chair, but I run around.
Okay. You play a Cookie Monster game. That's awesome. What else? Who else? Yes.
I only have one grandma.
Yeah.
And whenever she comes over to my house, I used to play a lot with her, and she takes pictures with me.
Oh, you have one grandmother who comes to your house and you play games and she takes pictures with you.
Yeah, and I show her some cool stuff.
And you show her cool stuff. I love that. Yes.
My grandma's grandma died
There is a long history of grandmas, some who have died, right? And some who you still have. That's wonderful. And what makes your grandmas special? What do they do with you?
Sometimes, like, when my grandma comes to my house, she gives me presents.
She gives you presents. We love that. Same with you? Same with you. That's really special. And the presents that they give us might be things in boxes, but they might also be love and wisdom, right? And those are the things that we hold. So we are going to create an altar together. What's an altar?
I don't know.
You don't know? Yes.
Is it something like in a church?
It's something in a church or place of worship, a sacred. That's what?
Is it like a temple?
So altars can be in lots of places. They can be in houses of worship. We can build them in our homes. I have an altar in my home. Yes.
An altar is a small place of love, praise, and ancestors come and sit there.
An altar is a place where there is love and you sit and our ancestors come there. That's perfect, Karen. An altar can also be thought of as a meeting point between human and spirit world. It can be a focal point for meditation or prayer, and you can create an altar anytime, anywhere. So there was an invitation today to bring a sacred item with you, maybe a photo, maybe something that you have. We're going to bring those forward, and we're going to build an altar together. In spirit, I am bringing the beautiful pottery mug that I used to drink out of every time I visited my mother's house. And that mug for me holds her memory and those conversations over the kitchen table, and it is precious to me. So if you brought something to honor your ancestors and would like to add it to our altar, we invite you to come and do that now. After worship, we invite you to collect your sacred objects and take them with you to the potluck. Put them on the table and talk with the people at your table about what makes them special, who the people are, and how you hold them in your hearts. And if you didn't bring anything, you can still talk about your mug, your version of my mother's mug. All right, we are going to leave for classes and youth group. Yes, all right. Could we have our rainbow path, please?
May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way in love. As you go your way in love.
Good morning. My name is Mohammed Lutfi. I am a CUUC board member, and my pronouns are he and him. As people of faith, we are called to nurture into being a community held by love and justice, where we interact through compassion and kindness, and where we find a sense of belonging. And the love we cultivate here reaches beyond these walls as we carry our values into the world to create more spaces for belonging. Giving is one way we express our values. Your generosity, large or small, supports the ministries of this congregation and helps us nurture community beyond our walls where care and connection can flourish. Our partner for November is Feeding Westchester. Thank you for your kindness and compassion and for all the ways you help make CUUC and our world more welcoming to every living being. Anne-Marie Demeshak will tell us more about Feeding Westchester.
Good morning. My name is Anne-Marie Damashek, and I serve as co-chair of the Hunger and Homelessness Social Justice Team. As Mohammed said, this month's Share the Plate recipient is Feeding Westchester. November is a time when many of us think about holiday meals and abundance, but it's also a time to remember that right here in Westchester County, 1 in 3 households is already at risk of hunger. With the ongoing government shutdown, that number is rising, especially for families who rely on SNAP benefits, which remain uncertain. Feeding Westchester is central to the fight against hunger in our community, but they've lost nearly $4 million in government funding this year. That loss has a ripple effect. It even impacts our own Meals for Hope program, which often depends on food provided through Feeding Westchester to prepare the meals that we serve. In response, our team will also be organizing a food drive in the coming weeks. We'll be asking for specific items that are most needed, so please keep an eye out for more details later this week, or you can speak to Scott Damashek or Carolyn Hansen. Please give as generously as you can this month to Share the Plate. The need has never been greater, and your support truly makes a difference to our neighbors. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Adam Kent, music director. How's this? Right, just stick to playing the piano. I got it. Stephen Sondheim's show, Merrily We Roll Along, is a curious work because the plot proceeds in reverse chronological order. The 3 lead characters are trying to understand the path they've taken that's led to the unraveling of their relationships. And the song, Not a Day Goes By, Not a Single Day, You're Not Somewhere, a Part of My Life, seems to speak to our ancestors who have played such an important role in setting us on the paths we've taken, sometimes in putting the roadblocks that we've had to navigate to get where we are. But I thought it would be a nice piece to contemplate for this morning's offertory.
Will you join me in the spirit of prayer and meditation? Let's take a breath together. Our prayer this morning, these words from the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage. Spirit of life, eternal beloved of mystery and grace, receive our prayer. We come before that which is greater than ourselves in gratitude for the fullness of our lives, for the anguish and grief that informs our mission to side with love again and again and again, for the suffering and disenfranchisement of our people that foments our passion for justice and wholeness, for complex lives, for hard lives, for real, full, and overwhelmed lives. We give thanks for the blessings we have been given, the reassurance of community, the steady warmth of hope. We lift into this the unwavering faith that there will be better days. We give thanks. Into this love, into this spirit, into this moment, into this hope, we lift the joys, the sorrows, and milestones of our community. We begin with a solemn recognition of all of those in our world who are hurting through human actions, through injustice and violence, the systems of oppression that affect communities and individuals. Into this love, we share a commitment to action, to be part of the creation of the beloved community, a world where all can thrive. For all who face hunger and food insecurity, especially those who rely on SNAP benefits, and for the food pantries, community meals, and organizations that are responding to make sure neighbors and communities are fed. We lift into this love all of those joys and sorrows that remain on our hearts unshared, but felt and heard in this community. Spirit of love, come alongside with all the holy nudges that we need, so we may live in such a way that we celebrate all the blessings we have been given, so we may be the blessings in the world. Amen. Will you join me in a moment of quiet to pray, to meditate, or to dream?
waiting, waiting.
As the earth turns and the leaves fall, we reach back to renew the bonds between us. We are part of a cycle. It is a gift to live in a part of the country that ties us to that cycle brilliantly. Harvey, my 5-year-old, picked up a leaf. He handed one to each of us, but his leaf, he picked it up and said, this is the reddest leaf I have ever seen. And that leaf moved to a place of honor in the house, the table by the front door that gathers everything he finds beautiful and special and meaningful. It was that moment just to appreciate how beautiful the trees still are this time of year. How lucky we are to experience that here in our sacred space. How beautiful, even as the leaves begin to curl inward, turning brown and crispy and fall to the ground to crunch delightfully under our feet. To become the home of spiders and springtails, salamanders and caterpillars. As the leaves decompose, they become part of the soil, continuing to nurture and care for the tree from which they fell in the first place, or a distant tree, depending on the wind, remaining a part of the larger cycle. The poet Mary Oliver wrote, "To live in this world, you must be able to do 3 things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, to let it go." The trees teach us something of this letting go. The leaves that expended energy just months ago to bud and grow and feed the tree, they fall. The trees become bare and settle into a time suspended between seeming death of winter and the coming growth of spring. On Wednesday evening, we celebrated this turning of the season, end of harvest and celebration of the sun that will continue to grow dimmer in this season with an ancient Celtic ritual. We celebrated Samhain, led by Joe Gonzalez. Spiritual leader and organizer Starhawk describes this as the time when we believe the veil is thin, that divides the worlds of the seen and unseen, the living and the dead. At this time of year, we remember and commune with those who have gone before us, our ancestors, our spiritual ancestors. We call on them for help and inspiration in our current struggles. In our ritual, Joe led a guided meditation that centered around a tree, just a piece of that. To begin, imagine roots stretching down from our feet into the earth, gathering light and warmth from the center, surrounding ourselves with it, surrounding each other with it, imagining a leaf that would be an ancestor with a message to share with us, just for a time. Into this space, we have invited ancestors close by creating an altar together, shared photos, objects of loved ones. A ritual in many cultures and traditions this weekend is also Dia de los Muertos. Leo Herrera writes that Dia de los Muertos is a reminder that communal grief has a place. As Mexican families clear tombstones and feed ghosts and celebrate together, he writes, I encourage us to honor our grief in 3 dimensions. To light a candle, to build an altar, to turn off devices and weep, not just for their rest, but for ours too. Some of us may not know all the stories of our ancestors, lost to history or stolen through colonialism and slavery. Some of us may wrestle with the choices our ancestors made, the life they chose, and we are called to reconcile their stories with the way we live our lives today. Or chosen ancestors, for me, a step family so loving that I place myself in the lineage of Dorothy and Jim Phelan. My ministry in the lineage of the Reverend Colleen Squires, who joined the ancestors last year, is the reason I am a minister and whose stole is on our altar. The authors, the teachers, the sages, the prophets of before who laid out this possibility, this theology, this belief system, trusting the future to make a tradition, a religion, a value-based system that in its inception expected us to learn more than they could, to trust in our direct experience, in science and reason to bring us closer to truth. So together we make space for grief and for the celebration of loved ones. Let's let in sadness if sadness is what comes through the door. Let in joy if joy in memory is what comes through the door. Knowing that this space made sacred by us being here, by joining online, is strong enough to hold us in all that we bring. We make space to honor our loved ones, friends, and family that have passed, as their memory, their stories remain with us. Here in our grief, our love that has lost a physical embodiment to call home and yet remains still. Of those who have loved you into being, ancestors, chosen ancestors, people who have inspired you, I invite you to say their names aloud. If you're on Zoom, please share them in the chat, and April will read them aloud. Who are the folks who loved you into being? Let's invite them into this space. Say their names aloud. They once dwelled among us, the people of memory, they who knew us, they who taught us, they who hurt us, they who loved us. They touch our lives time and again through their presence and their absence. We remember those who have gone before. We honor the circle of life and death and our place within this sacred thread. And it is one thing to honor our thread of existence, our larger tree standing connected in the forest. It is one thing to honor it and to celebrate it, and another entirely to ask, to wonder what it asks of us in return. As keepers of this dream, caregivers of this moment, before it is our turn to be the ancestors, those who have been held and loved as if our beloved's life depends on it, and then let go when the time comes to let go. Our UUA president, Reverend Sophia Betancourt, has asked us to remember that we are a global family living tenuously on the same human-impacted earth, to center ourselves in justice as we call for peace. the question, can ritual fight fascism? Can ritual fight fascism? An article written by Starhawk specifically for this moment. Since 1979, in honor of Samhain, she's been part of organizing a ritual, a spiral dance, and from her article, hundreds to over 1,000 people attend this ritual. But this year, the organizers were asking themselves, when the very foundations of our democracy are under assault, is there justification for devoting so much time and energy to ritual and ceremony? Can ritual fight fascism? She offers, I believe it can. Not necessarily as directly as we might wish. ICE will not stop and suddenly say, oh no, what are we doing? But ritual does something else. It strengthens that sense of community and interconnectedness that fascism seeks to rupture. We cannot pretend to know peace that is absent from justice. So yes, turning off the news, staying off of Facebook offers that certain peace and rest, but we still know that injustice and fear and pain is being committed in our name. We think back to our ancestors, the stories of chosen ancestors and family who faced complicated, painful, sorrowful times, taking inspiration from them, their strength to keep going. To rest when you need, turn off, long off when you need, and when you hear the call to try again, to start again. Be ready to answer in ways that honor your unique way of being in the world. We need everyone. We need the disruptors with the megaphones who are calling truth to power, the people in the kitchen feeding our neighbors each and every week, writing postcards, voting if you haven't voted yet, poets and artists to tell the story of this moment, sacred spaces with ritual and music, song, story, space to rest, replenish, to feel our feelings, to cry when we need to set down what we have been carrying in our bones or on our shoulders or in our jaws, the weight of whatever world we each are carrying. For we each carry a world that only we truly know. May this be that space to set it down or hold it together. No matter how power seeks to divide, we come together to show up again and again for each other. That thread that connects us is far stronger. And through ritual, we remind one another of that. Through community organizing and working together, we create opportunities to live our values loudly and boldly, and sometimes in ways that makes us uncomfortable or afraid, but we try and do it again together. This afternoon, following our service, we are voting on a resolution. Faithful defiance of authoritarianism, a call to action by CUUC. That resolution includes a commitment to partner with other faith communities and civic organizations to build a broad-based movement to uphold democratic principles and resist authoritarianism in our local area, to help feed a national movement of similar character. That's a commitment as part of our resolution. And in this spirit, we connect back to the ancestors who made this very space possible. Our ancestors here at CUUC, founded April 1909. It was in 1907 that families met to organize a religious education program. By January 1910, a statement was adopted by the congregation. It read in part, "Our purpose is to help our members to widen and deepen their knowledge and experience of religion, and to uphold them in an effort to live according to their individual beliefs, making a wise service of their fellows, the witness of their sincerity. It's true that in 1910, before the congregation even had a building of their own, they might not have imagined what our services looked like today or our calls to action, right? But what they hoped for, what they made space for, what they wished for was a place where people would deepen and grow in their understanding of that which is sacred. To name and practice core values, to be of care and service to the larger community, and to do all of this and more in the company of others, striving to do the same imperfectly, but trying. We are their dreams 118-ish years later. We are seekers of truth, keepers of faith, makers of peace. Their prayers, their breath, their hands continuing to do this work. We are part of a great cycle. The lessons we learned from loved ones gone, from the ancestors, our own hard-won wisdom shared in story and memory. Taking our time as caregivers for a world, a society, a congregation that we did not create, but we are responsible for. To love what is mortal, to hold it, one another, our larger communities against our bones, knowing that we depend on each other. And someday, letting it all go, to eventually become the soil. Our bodies return back to the earth, nurturing the generations to come. May it be so. Amen and blessed be.
Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing hymn number 128, For All That Is Our Life. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build a common good and make our own days glad. For needs spare, for failures, pain, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build a common good and make our own days glad. We sing our thanks and praise, for all life is a gift which we are called to use to build a common good and make our own days glad.
Thank you for being with us today. Please take a moment to turn around and wave to those joining us online this morning. Our weekly e-communitarian and our e-newsletters offer many details of activities here at CUUC. We hope you can take a moment to discover all the interesting offerings awaiting you within our community. Directly following the service, members of CUC are invited to vote on our proposed resolution, Faithful Defiance of Authoritarianism, a call to action by CUC. Following the vote, all are invited to share on a potluck brunch, followed by a concert for our music director, Adam Kent. It has been a gift to be together today. As we enjoy our parting music, please spend a few minutes talking with someone you don't know. Escort each other to coffee hour and other events, and may we all know the blessings of friendship. Thank you.
Will you join in sharing our chalice extinguishing words here on the screen or in your order of service? As we go forth from today, may we express gratitude and find inspiration from the courage and wisdom that came before us. Sometimes, like a gift, words are handed to you before a service from the one and only Dave Morkel, and they happen to sum up so much of what we're talking about today. We share these words from Robin Wall Kimmerer. Even a wounded world is feeding us. Even a wounded world holds us, giving us moments of wonder and joy. I choose joy over despair, not because I have my head in the sand, but because joy is what the earth gives me daily, and I must return the gift. We have much to celebrate and enjoy this afternoon. We have a congregational meeting that will be very quick. Yay! And then we have a potluck brunch. Yay! And then we have a fabulous concert from our fabulous music director. We share gratitude, Katie, for singing, for our tech team this morning. Thank you all. Our worship is over. Our service begins. Following the congregational vote, may we all go in peace and share that love that we have felt here, that care that we have felt here, that hope that we have felt here. Share that with a world that needs your love, your hope, your spirit, your joy. A world that needs all that you do, and most importantly, all that you are. May it be so.